Dear Ambassador Brown, dear Ambassador Jonkovic, Ambassador Adomavicius, dear Deputy Minister Delic, dear Mr. Verbensky, Kacha, dear members of the parliaments, ladies and gentlemen. Well, first of all, let me congratulate the whole citizens of Montenegro, the parliament, the government, in the efforts and the results that are obtaining in the way towards the accession into European Union. This is really a great moment for Montenegro. I'm delighted to be here supporting this regional conference on political participation of women as a factor of societal development. As we know, the legal system in Montenegro calls for gender equality, but political power is not equally distributed between women and men. This means that a huge percentage of human talent is wasted and wisdom is lost because of our laws are not implemented in practice. It also means that one part of society has fewer chances to actively participate in the integration process and to contribute to the development of Montenegro. This democratic deficit should be taken very seriously by decision makers. They must take adequate measures to create favorable conditions for women and men to share political power and political responsibility. The recent introduction of electoral quota for women, we heard already, into the electoral law represents a qualitative jump towards gender equality, and there are strong hopes for an increase in women's representation by using this system. At the same time, being aware that quotas for women do provoke strong resistance, it is necessary to work with political parties and other stakeholders, including civil society, to secure wider support to see equality working in practice. Equality means between men and women, which is a fundamental right enshrined in Article 23 of the EU Charter of Fundamental Rights. It is essential for the achievement of the EU objectives of growth, employment, and social cohesion. The Commission's 2011 Progress Report for Montenegro clearly states that while Montenegro has made some progress in promoting gender equality and improving the legal framework, enforcement of rights remain rather limited. The Progress Report specifically mentions the example of political representation where the new legal provisions provide for 30% of female candidates on the candidate list, but do not stipulate that candidates of each gender should be ranked high enough on the list to have a realistic opportunity for being allocated a mandate. The importance of equality is also underlined by the European Council statement of last week on opening accession negotiations, where there is a particular focus on progress in the area of rule of law and fundamental rights. Montenegro will have to open accession talks with these chapters, and the European Union expects to see concrete results in these areas. The European Union is committed to promoting gender equality in decision-making and to raising awareness of a gender gap in Montenegro. This conference is one of the concrete actions foreseen in the gender program funded by the European Union under the Instrument for Pre-Accession IPA 2010 program. This project, at the cost of 700,000 euro from EU taxpayers' money, will run for 3 years and is implemented in partnership with the Ministry of Human and Minority Rights, Department of Gender Equality, and UNDP. The objective is to improve the status of women reflected in personal integrity, economic advancement, and political representation. Montenegro has already adopted laws, strategies, action plans that have created a solid ground to address these issues. However, it is essential to ensure that laws and policies are implemented. When it comes to gender equality, this will require not only political will and additional human and financial capacities, but also an institutional and cultural transformation to ensure that gender awareness is incorporated into broader policies, programs, and institutional reforms. This conference is addressing recommendations for the future, and this would certainly be part of my recommendations. Gender equality is about empowerment, democracy, and economic development. In a developed democratic country, everyone should have the chance to reach their potential. Everyone should have the opportunity to contribute to the life of their society. And everyone has a responsibility to shape the future of their country. We must ensure that women are part of the whole process. And we need women to believe in themselves, to understand that they can get involved in building this future. I was recently told by a woman that here in Montenegro, that in most European countries, a woman politician has a man behind her pushing forward, while in Montenegro, a woman politician has 2 men behind her pulling her backwards. It's time to change. Laws are not enough. You need to find ways to turn law into practical reality, and that means supporting women in the challenges they face every day. Let's be honest, Montenegro did a big success in stepping forward towards Europe. Would this big success the same without women? I don't think so. In every day we work with a lot of persons, and 80% of the human resources that work towards this goal are women. This conference represents a good opportunity to raise awareness and to open the debate on the political participation of women among all other stakeholders. We hope that this event will have concrete results and produce recommendations for future actions. Vala Svili.